Welcome to Knot Wars, where we test fishing's best knots in a head-to-head competition to determine which knots you can count on. To keep results consistent, all Knot Wars tests are conducted with the following lines. Our main line is going to be 14-pound fire line in flame green, and for leader material we're going to use two types of line. Our first is going to be mono, that's going to be 14-pound Trilene XT Tough Red, and our fluorocarbon is going to be the new Trilene 100% fluorocarbon in 15-pound test. We're in our final week in the current line-to-line competition. Now, last episode we had a big battle between the uni-to-uni knot and the wolf, a knot originally developed in Europe. Now remember, we're looking for the best knot for attaching leader material to superline. The winner, the uni-to-uni knot, in impressive fashion with both mono and fluorocarbon. Now if you missed the last episode, here's how you tie the uni-to-uni knot. As with all line-to-line connections, you start with the lines parallel. Now when you tie the uni-to-uni, you bring the tag end of the main line back toward the middle. You see it forms a loop. Then wrap that line through that loop 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now repeat the step with the tag end of the leader material. Again, bring it back toward the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the final step is to lubricate and draw those two knots together. See how they smash together? Now that's our current champ, the uni-to-uni knot, and it's one of my personal favorites, but it comes up against a very tough challenger in the blood knot, very popular with fly fishermen who use it to build their tapered leaders. Like all line-to-line connections, the blood knot starts with both lines parallel to each other. The next step is taking the tag end of line number 1 and wrapping it around line number 2 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then inserting the tag end back between the two lines. And then take the tag end of line number 2 and wrap it around line number 1, but go in the opposite direction that you did with the first line. 1, 2, 3, and bring it back toward the middle and insert it between the two lines, but in the opposite direction that you did with the tag end of line number 1. Now the trickiest part of this knot is drawing it tight with both mono or fire line, so take your time. Now that's the blood knot. It's a very, very popular knot. But is it strong enough to beat the uni-to-uni in our final competition? Let's find out. Well, the knot machine's already set up. We've got our challenger on the right, the blood knot. On the left's our reigning champ, the uni-to-uni knot. Let's see which one's the strongest. Hey, these results are consistent with the results from all of our previous tests. Both knots perform extremely well with both mono and fluorocarbon. In fact, they perform so well, I can't declare one better than the other. So for the first time in the history of Knot Wars, we have a tie. The good news is, you've got 2 excellent choices for attaching leader material to superline. But if you were to pin me down, I'd still go with the uni-to-uni knot. I find it a bit easier to tie. If you do go with the blood knot, take the time to cinch it down right. Hey, if you want to practice any of the knots featured on Knot Wars, including the 2 we just showed you today, simply log on to fishingclub.com. We have all the instructions right there for you. Knot Wars, because no good fish story ends in a broken knot.